Now we start with moment of inertia of thin rectangular lamina. Okay, for this we have to consider a rectangular lamina of mass m, and we have to consider a rectangular lamina that is of mass, we can take it as small m only, and length, suppose A, breadth suppose B, length is A and breadth is B. Now if we try to draw the diagram like this is the rectangular lamina, the center of the lamina, this is the z-axis. We take this one and this one to be the other two axes, one is x and this be y. This is x, this is z, so this is x, this is y, this is z. Now we choose a small element, suppose this is of length A, the breadth is B, so we'll choose a length dy and length B. So we choose an element, this is the element. This element is of width, small element dy. This is dy and length B, this length is B. So at a distance of y, now from x-axis the distance of this element dy is y, so distance of y from O, or rather the origin. Now the mass of this element, mass of element dy. Now we already have studied how to find out the mass of these kinds of small elements. We have to multiply. Let this be dm. So dm is equal to mass per unit area, small m, mass per unit area. Area means A into B. Area of the lamina is A into B, multiplied by area of the small strip, this strip. This is of length B and width dy, though, so the area of the strip is B into dy. So m by AB into B dy, B gets cancelled, we can write m by A dy. Now the formula for finding out the I, or the moment of inertia about the x-axis, so we write x here, moment of inertia about the x-axis, this axis. Now what will be this? It will be y square dm. The distance of the strip from the y-axis was y square y, so y square dm, and we integrate it from minus a by 2 to plus a by 2, because this strip, if we take multiple strips, so the strips can be arranged on this lamina from minus a by 2, or rather minus a by 2, 0 to plus a by 2, minus a by 2, 0 to plus a by 2. So minus a by 2 to plus a by 2 is the limit. Now we replace the value of dm as m by a dy. So y square m by a dy minus a by 2 to plus a by 2. Now if you solve this, we can get m by a y square dy minus a by 2 to plus a by 2. It will be m by a y cube by 3 minus a by 2 to plus a by 2. So the result will be Ix is equal to m a square by 12. Now we have found out that Ix, or the moment of inertia of this small element about the axis x, is ma square. So similarly we can write Iy is equal to mb square by 12. So when solving the problems, we have to take into consideration the length according to the axis perpendicular to it. So if you are finding out the moment of inertia of this rectangular lamina about the x-axis, we have to take the length perpendicular to it, that is a. That means it was ma square by 12. And if we are taking the moment of inertia about the axis y, then you have to take the length as b, or the length perpendicular to that axis, that is mb square by 12. Now we can find out the moment of inertia about, suppose, iz. Now iz is equal to ix plus iy according to the perpendicular axis theorem. Perpendicular axis theorem. So ix is ma square by 12 and iy is mb square by 12. That means if we take m by 12 common from these two, so a square plus b square. So this is the formula for the moment of inertia of this rectangular lamina with respect to z-axis. Now some special cases. That means let us take the example for square lamina. For square lamina, simple, it will be a is equal to b, the length and breadth are the same. So ix will be ma square by 12. Similarly, iy also will be ma square by 12 as it is a square. Therefore, iz will be equal to ma square by 6. You can replace b with a here. So 2a square, that means 2 and 12 cancels out. So ma square by 6. Now we take this diagram into consideration. This is a square lamina. This is the center. We can drop two perpendiculars from the two sides. Let this be the origin O. And now name this axis as name this axis as I1, name this axis as I2, or I1, I2, as you wish. Now if we keep an axis here at O perpendicular to the plane of the square lamina, that means name it as IO. So IO is the axis perpendicular to the plane lamina at point O, or rather the center of the square. So IO must be equal to I1 plus I2, and we all know that according to the symmetry, I1 must be equal to I2. Now if we take another two axes like this, name this as I3 and name this as I4. Now these two axes are also perpendicular to each other. These two axes were perpendicular to each other, so we had applied the perpendicular axis theorem here. Now these two axes I3 and I4 are also perpendicular to each other, so we can apply the perpendicular axis theorem to find out I0, that is I3 plus I4. In this case also, by symmetry we can say that I3 is equal to I4. Now if these two are I0, so we can write I1 plus I2 is equal to I3 plus I4. And as I1 is equal to I2, we can replace the left hand side by 2I1, and right hand side according to I3 is equal to I4, we can replace it by 2I3. 2 gets cancelled, so I1 is equal to I3. Now we can write a general statement from this, that is I1 is equal to I2 is equal to I3 is equal to I4 is equal to ma square by 12. All will be equal to ma square by 12. Now we can extend this concept to this diagram also. This is a square lamina. We can draw two axes which are perpendicular to each other, but they are neither the bisectors of the sides nor the diagonals. Suppose we take two axes like this. They pass through the center O, but they are not the side bisector or the diagonals. Angle between these two are 90 degree. Now suppose this is I5, this is I6. Here also we can write I5 is equal to I6 according to symmetry. I5 is equal to I6, and I naught, this is O, is equal to I5 plus I6. So 2I1. So here also I5 and I6 equals to AMA square by 12. Now if we take an isosceles triangle of this is number 3, this is 4. If we take an isosceles triangle this is an isosceles triangle of same sides A, M, and the axis is I. So we have taken an isosceles triangle lamina or isosceles triangle lamina. This is of mass m, and moment of inertia about its diagonal. That means this is the axis of rotation of the. Now if we can complete this isosceles triangle, or like this we can draw it and convert it to a square, then we can write that I is equal to m a square by 12. m a square by 12.